Shalom, shalom. It's your brother Wabrum, back with another lesson, Lord willing to be edifying. I want to start by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Waharakakadash, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles and elders and bishops of Great Millstone who taught me this truth. Shalom to the 144,000 men of the Lord you see on the highways and byways, prophesying in the name and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Also want to send a shalom to the one-third men, women, and children that will escape the judgments of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai by their faith. Just got another lesson I want to bring out through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. As we all know, these tariffs went into effect and they call it Liberation Day. But basically, it's going into the downfall of Babylon the Great. You know what I'm saying? Because they can't withstand putting tariffs on all these nations and them not retaliating. So you're going to see prices skyrocket on everything, man. Job losses, all the whole nine, man. And we've been warning of this, start with the apostles and elders of Great Millstone on down, man. Been warning of this time we're coming into, man. Going into Jacob's trouble, which we know that World War III is at the door, and also Jacob's trouble, man, because through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem, I believe, speaking as a man, that this is going to lead into Jacob's trouble. And I make these lessons, everything is not going to be crisp. Everything is not going to be perfect and set up like the news or anything like that, man. I'm just giving you information that I know through the spirit that is going to go into prophecy. So it ain't going to be, I'm not going to speak like Barack Obama or break it down perfectly, have everything in order. I'm just going to give it to you straight and skinny, man, because we're at the end, man. It ain't no time to be speaking and acting like I'm somebody I'm not, man. So I'm going to give it to you raw and skinny, as they would say in the hood, man. So let's get right into it, man.
We have breaking news right now. The stock market is crashing after hours. CNBC just said, quote, that the tariff plan is worse than the worst case scenario for the market. The anchor said that the market reaction after hours is, quote, never seen anything like this. This is worse than the worst case scenario. Stock futures are falling. As of this post, the Dow futures are down 0.5%, NASDAQ 2.3%, the S&P 500 1.5%. And that's only going to get worse overnight and into the morning. Now, TikTok will be banned in now 2 days, so be sure to follow me on my Substack, Instagram, and YouTube. They're all linked to my bio in the link tree. Folks, this is an inflection point for tariffs, for America's economy, and so much. You're about to have to pay a lot more for everyday cost of goods. Now, there are certain exemptions on like aluminum, steel, and gold, and certain countries are exempted like Canada and Mexico for now. But many of these tariffs will take effect tonight. A number of others will take effect on April 5th and April 9th. So get ready. It's going to be a very long next 24, 48 hours. Follow along for more.
And it started last night, man. So the stock market started to crash last night, and it lost, I think, I want to say $2 trillion. And this guy pretty much started to bring out the information as I started to see last night. So let's continue on with the information that he's bringing out.
We have some big news right now. Stock markets have fallen across the globe, and stock futures here in the United States have plummeted as a result of Donald Trump's tariffs announcement. And well, markets open in about an hour, and it's not looking good for the American consumer. Japan's benchmark market closed 2.8% down. South Korea's index closed 1% lower. Hong Kong's benchmark is 1.5% lower. In Europe, the region's benchmark stock 600 was trading 2% lower as of this post. Stock futures, Dow Jones is down 2.8%, S&P down 3.4%, NASDAQ 3.8%. TikTok will be banned in less than 48 hours, so please follow me on my Instagram, Substack, and YouTube for more news, all linked to my bio at the top of the link tree. The markets are about to have a very difficult trading day here in the United States, and investors are very, very nervous. Markets are down across the globe, across Europe, across Asia, and while the United States is next. I'm going to be providing you updates throughout the day, so be sure to stay tuned because, folks, it's going to get very ugly very fast.
So there you have it, man. Stocks are down all over the globe, man. And then the stock market hadn't even opened. And now this is the opening part of the stock market, man. He pretty much, like I said, he got the information that he's been keeping up with it. So, I could pretty much follow his videos to see how the stock market is, is going to basically pan out. But let's finish on with this video right here.
We have breaking news right now. United States stocks are plunging as the market has just opened. Here are the latest statistics. Apple is down 8%, Nvidia down 6%, Tesla down 11%, Microsoft down 8%, Amazon down 12%, JP Morgan down 5%, Morgan Stanley down 8%, and Wells Fargo down 5%. The Dow Jones is down 1,200 points. At least at its start, it looks really, really bad for the American consumer right now. Now, TikTok could be banned in just 2 days, so please follow me on my Instagram, Substack, and YouTube. It's all linked to my bio. Now, we're going to monitor how this market goes up and down throughout the day. May not have many ups, but based on how global markets performed and how stock markets performed in after hours, it's not looking good for a lot of investors right now. Investors are extremely worried about the possibility of a recession given Donald Trump's extreme tariffs across the board, targeting almost every country around the world. I'm going to have updates throughout the day. It's going to be a very busy day, so stay tuned and bear with me. Follow along for more.
And this is ultimately the end of Esau's empire, the American empire, the Babylonian empire, the extension of Rome. And he's not the only one that's saying that. The stock markets all over Google. All you do is Google stock market today, and you can see right here. I was just talking about Trump tariffs said to wipe out nearly $2 trillion from stocks from U.S. stocks. So you can see all these different companies has this headline, man. Dow Jones drops 14 points as U.S. stock market leads global sell-off after the tariffs, man. The day of liberation is what Trump called it. So you see these just a couple of hour ago. It's all on X. This is the end, man. And it's only going to lead to the time of Jacob's trouble. As we've been warned through the spirit and power of Yahweh by Shem Yahushua. There's a couple headlines I've seen as well. It says Trump stock markets tumble in response to Trump's sweeping tariffs. And he knows it had to come to an end. I want to get this one first. As you see right here, China calls the U.S. to immediately cancel new tariffs. Label move a typical bully practice. See that? They call it in Babylon the Great the bully, man. And says the world is pissed. See that? Saying the world is pissed. So the other nations are mad at Esau, man. And they're going to gang up, man. He said, damn, stock market crashed big after Trump's tariffs. Dow drops 1,200 points. Trillions of dollars lost. Trillions of dollars lost. And then those dollars are not going to be regained. That's the point. These dollars are not going to be regained. Last video I want to show you. And check this out.
The market opened strong this morning. We're saved. Oh, wait. Fox News is saying we're fucked. Check this video out.
Futures this morning are indicating stocks will plummet at the opening of trading. The Dow Jones Industrial Average right now down 1,000 points. All three major indices finished higher earlier before the president spoke and made the announcement on tariffs. Stocks were higher across the board at the close. How investors are navigating markets ahead right now. European markets this morning also in the red. Deep declines. The FT100 down 113. The DAX in Germany down better than 400. In Asia overnight, red across the board. The Asian indices finishing like this, with the worst performer, Japan. Nikkei average down 2.75%. Still.
And see, all over the globe is down, man. All over the globe, man. That's why the nations are mad. And like I said before, this is the end of this man's empire. And this is Richard Wolff, and he goes into the details about the economy, about the empire of Babylon the Great. And he's going to basically explain it right here at the end of this video I watched. And you check out what he's saying, man. This is nothing. He is an economist, man. He knows exactly what he's talking about. He's not sugarcoating to make nobody feel better or make somebody have a false hope. He's telling you straight up, man. And this is how it's supposed to be told.
How it lines up, that's the problem.
30 seconds. As you often talk about, are you seeing this as the beginning of the end of American empire?
Yes, I think we're already in 10, 12 years of that decline. It can. Here's a single best statistic. If you add up the GDP, the total output of goods and services in a year for a country, of the United States and its major allies, the G7, it's about 28% of global output. If you do the same thing for China and the BRICS, it's about 35%. They're already a bigger block of economic power than we are. Every country in the world thinking about building a railroad or expanding its health program, they used to send their people to Washington or London to get help. They still do. But when they're done, they send the same team to Beijing, New Delhi, Sao Paulo, and they often get a better deal. The world is changing, and the United States could cope, but as with alcoholism, you have to admit you have a problem before you're in a position to solve it. We have a nation that does not yet want to face what this all adds up to.
And that's the end. And I looked at this guy, Big Judah. Somebody put it on my comment board, and this guy's bugged out. I went to see, he's talking about fallen angels, just to see what his doctrine is, and he's talking about fallen angels. So don't be looking into no damn Big Judah, because he is off, man. His doctrine is off. So let's get right into the scriptures, man, because we have all the information that we need to understand what times we're in. And Babylon the Great is not going to be spared. It's not going to get any more time. The Lord said if he could have healed this place, but his determination is to destroy this place, and that's Babylon the Great. Let's start there. And then Jeremiah 51 in verse 5. For Israel hath not been forsaken, nor Judah of his power, of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua of hosts, though their land was filled with sin against the Holy One of Israel. Flee out of the midst of Babylon, and deliver every man his soul. Be not cut off in her iniquities, for this is the time Yahweh Bashem Yahushua's vengeance, of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua's vengeance. He will render unto her a recompense. And that's what we telling our people through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. The Lord is going to bring judgment on this place, man. Come out of the mindset of thinking this place is going to be healed or come back to prosperity. This place is going to be judged, man. Babylon had been a golden cup in Yahweh Bashem Yahushua's hand that have made all the earth drunken. See that? They have made all the earth drunken. The whole earth is drunken off the philosophies and the mindset that America is going to be this powerful empire for forever. And everybody took a hold of it and believed that there was going to be an empire that ruled forever. The nations have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad. As you see in China, they are mad, man. China, all the nations are mad, man. This is it, man. I don't see this place going to 2030. I don't see it, man. Because when the economic crash happens, they have no power to sanction. They have no power to bully. It's over with, man. And we're seeing it play out in real time. Mrs. Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. Howl for her. Take balm for her pain. If so, she may be healed. See that? If the Lord wanted to heal this place, he would have healed it. And this place is not going to be healed. Verse 9, it says, we would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her and let us go every man, so I could go everyone into his own country. For her judgment reacheth unto heaven and is lifted up even to the sky. See, the judgment of the Lord has seen this place and is now marked for judgment, man. He has seen the wickedness of Babylon the Great. Now it is marked for judgment, man. So we telling you to come out of this place, man. Return to Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, man. Mentally and spiritually, for the judgment has come upon Babylon the Great, man. This is the beginning of the ball rolling downhill on Babylon the Great, or you can say it as circling the drain. It's the beginning of the drain. This place circling the drain, man. Yahweh Bashem Yahushua have brought forth our righteousness. Come and let us declare in Zion the work of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua our power. And that's what we're doing through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua on the highways and byways. We're proclaiming the restoration or the restoring of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua with his people, man. The Lord is hearing our prayers, and we're calling you to Yahweh Bashem Yahushua for you to return. It says, make bright the arrows, gather the shield. Yahweh Bashem Yahushua has raised up the spirit of the king of the Medes. And that's why the Russians are ready and preparing to fight, man. The Lord is calling all these nations to fight Babylon the Great, man. For his devices is against Babylon to destroy it. See that? He's raising up all the nations against Babylon for one thing, to destroy it. Because it is the vengeance of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, the vengeance of his temple. And this is the vengeance of the Lord, man. We're just telling you what the scriptures say. We're not adding not 2 cents into what we believe and what we think. No, man, this is all coming out of the scriptures, man. He's raising up the Russians and other nations that are going to be allied with Russia to come against Babylon the Great. Set up a standard upon the walls of Babylon. Make the watch strong. Set up watchmen. Prepare the ambush. See, they're preparing to judge this place, man. And this is all the will of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua to destroy it. They're being prepared to have an ambush on Babylon the Great, man. For Yahweh Bashem Yahushua have both devised and done that which he spake against the inhabitants of Babylon. See, this is against the inhabitants of Babylon. That's why we tell you to come out of this place, man. Not leave and go to another country, but leave mentally and spiritually and return back to your power, you blacks, Hispanic, and Native Americans, man. This man's judgment is coming, and there's nothing he can do, there's nothing we can do to stop it. And why would we want to stop it? But you know what I mean, man. This is Amos 9, and I'm going to drop down to verse 8. Behold, the eyes of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua are upon this sinful kingdom. And see, the Lord, his sins have reached to the skies, man. And that's why the Lord is going to destroy this place, man. Behold, the eyes of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua are upon this sinful kingdom, and I will destroy it from off the face of the earth. That is plain, man. That's plain, man. Saving, I will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob, saith Yahweh Bashem Yahushua power. So you have an out, man. You blacks, Hispanic, and Native Americans, you have heard the word, and the Lord has given you an out. It's on you to take heed to it. This is New Living Translation, only the same verse in a different translation. This is the NLT. I, the sovereign Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, am watching this sinful nation of Israel, which we know is Babylon the Great. I will destroy it from off the face of the earth, but I will never completely destroy the families of Israel, said Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. And it's going into 2/3, man. But we're focusing on the 2/3 here in Babylon the Great, man. Because this is where they at. I, the sovereign Yahweh Bashem, Good News Translation, I, the sovereign Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, am watching this sinful nation Israel, and I will destroy it off the face of the earth. But I will not destroy all the descendants of Jacob. And we know the small hatters is going to be judged as well, man. But the Lord is going to utterly waste Babylon the Great, man. That sinful nation, the sinful kingdom that has made all the earth drunken off the wine of her fornication, man. Back to verse, dropping down to verse 9, it says, for lo, I will command and I will sift the house of Israel among all nations. Like as corn is sifted in a sieve, yet shall not all, not yet, let me slow down. It says, yet shall not the least of the grain fall to the earth. All the sinners of my people shall die by the sword. That's plain, man. So the Lord is going to sift the house of Israel and separate the elect from the 2/3, man. That's the process is happening now. The Lord is sifting the house of Israel. Who's going to repent? Who's going to return to the Lord, man? Who's going to call on the true name of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua in that time of need, man? When all hell breaking loose, man. Everything is going to, the prices of food is going to skyrocket. The prices of goods are going to skyrocket, man. That's the times we're in, man. People losing their jobs, man. Hundreds at a time, thousands at a time. And the people ultimately losing their control over their emotions, man. Going in the stores and robbing them and killing people over food. And this is the time, man. Verse 10, it says, all the sinners of my people shall die by the sword. See that? That's 2/3 are going to die by the sword, man. And you can read about that in Jeremiah 15:1, going into 4 kinds of death. It says, which say, the evil shall not overtake nor prevent us. And a lot of our people have been taught that nothing is going to happen to them. That the time of Jacob's trouble is not going to happen. The Jacob's trouble is we already done been through. See, if you're in that spirit, you don't have a clue what the Lord has prepared for the children of Israel, man, the elect. Because the whole nation of Israel is not going to be saved in this time, man. Only the elect are going to be saved. Only the elect. And that's why we pushing so hard to make sure we make our call and election sure, and we teach the sheep of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua to do the same. This is Jeremiah 30, and I'm going to start at verse 10. It says, therefore fear not, it's like a fear thou not, O my servant Jacob, saith Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, neither be dismayed, O Israel, for lo, I will save thee from afar, and thy seed from the land of their captivity. And that's where we at, man. We're in the land of our captivity. And the Lord is going to save us, man. And that's only the remnant. It says, and Jacob shall return and shall be in rest and be quiet, and none shall make him afraid. And that's going into the kingdom of heaven. It says, for I am with thee, saith Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, to save thee. See that? The Lord is going to save us, man. This is where your mind should be, on Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. It says, though I make a full end of all the nations, whether I have scattered thee. And the Lord is going to make a destruction on Babylon the Great, where he scattered us at, man, the land of our captivity. Yet will I not make a full end of thee. See that? Only 2/3 are going to be judged. The 1/3 is going to make it. But I will correct thee in measure, and I will not leave thee altogether unpunished. For thus saith Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, thy bruise is incurable, and thy wound is grievous. There is none to plead thy cause, that thou mayest be bound up. See that? Nobody's here to save us. No one has ever been able to help us and save us and give us anything that we needed to be successful here in Babylon the Great. This place was not ever meant for us to be successful. But you see a couple of Jakes making it, and you think, well, that's the way you can live. There's no telling what they've done to get these crumbs off Esau's plate, man. There's no telling what they've done. They had to be in a society, or they had to make a sacrifice, or sell their souls, they would say. So there's no telling what they would have to do to even have a couple of crumbs off of Esau's plate, man. They had to do all manner of wickedness to survive and to be rich in this life. He says, thou hast no healing medicine. All thy lovers have forgotten thee. See that? No one was here to protect you, to save you. Esau made it seem like he was going to help you, but never did, man. All the promises he made to the natives, he made to Jake. Thy lovers have forgotten thee. Thy seed, they seek thee not. For I have wounded thee with the wound of an enemy, with the chastisement of a cruel one, for the multitude of thy iniquities, because thy sins were increased. And the children of Israel, your sins was increased here in Babylon the Great. You followed directly after your enemy and did everything against Yahweh Bashem Yahushua but return. Why criest thou for thy affliction? Thy sorrows is incurable, for the multitude of thy iniquity, because thy sins were increased. So you the reason why the Lord continued to turn up the judgments upon us, man. You blacks, Hispanic, and Native Americans, you want to continue to smoke weed. You still want to be a whoremonger. The women want to continue to be in the streets and not being mothers to their children. All these things came to the head, man. And that's why people doesn't know the Lord loved them, man. Going back to Malachi 1, starting at verse 1, Malachi 1 and 1 down about 3. That's why people don't understand that the Lord loved them. It says, verse 15 again, it says, why criest thou for thy affliction? Thy sorrows is incurable, for the multitude of thy iniquity. Because thy sins were increased, I have done these things unto thee. See that? The Lord done these things unto us, not Esau, not the other nations, the Lord. Therefore, all they that devour thee shall be devoured. And see, Esau thought he was just getting over on us because he felt like the Lord would never hear our cries. He'll never hear our prayers. But the Lord had him in a trick bag the whole time, man. Because they that devoured thee, let me read it again. It's 16. It says, therefore, all they that devoured thee shall be devoured. And all thy adversaries, every one of them shall go into captivity. See that? We went into captivity under Esau, and he's going into captivity under us. And they that spoil thee shall be a spoil. And this is the time frame from now to the very end. We see this place, this empire circling the drain, man. They're finna go into captivity. This is the beginning of their captivity, man. Their fall. And only you can see it with spiritual eyes. You're seeing the beginning of their fall. And like the guy was saying, it's been happening 10, 12 years ago. But now we can undeniably see this man is falling, man. And he can't help himself from falling. He can't pick himself up. Babylon is not going to be healed. Even though the elite think they have everything in their hands, they're going to soon lose it all, man. They're going to soon lose it all. And therefore all they that devoured thee shall be devoured, and all thy adversaries, every one of them, shall go into captivity. And they that spoil thee shall be a spoil, and all that prey upon thee will I give for a prey. See, all those nations and all these Edomites that preyed upon us, they're going to be given for a prey, man. For I will restore health unto thee, and I will heal thee of thy wounds, said Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, because they called thee an outcast, saying, this is Zion, whom no man seeketh after. And see, they thought the Lord would never hear our prayers. They thought the Lord would never wake up to rescue us, man. Because they thought the Lord just let them do, basically the Lord let them do everything, do whatever they wanted to do. They thought the Lord was asleep. They thought the Lord was never going to arise and to save Jacob. And that's the snare the Lord put before them, man. That's a great snare the Lord put before them, man. This is Isaiah 10, and I'm going to start at verse 20. And this is in the GNT. I just want to hit it in a different version. It says, a time is coming when the people of Israel who have survived will not rely on all the nation that almost destroyed them. And that's the elect. That we're not going to rely on the nation that almost destroyed us. They will truly put their trust in Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, Israel's holy power. And that's us, the elect. Lord willing, I endure to the end. But 2/3 are going to rely on this government, man. They're going to rely on what Esaw can provide for them, man. Because they're going to lose their jobs. They're going to lose all their money. These banks are going to crash, and they're going to have a clue what to do. It says, a few of the people of Israel will come back to their mighty power. See, that only the elect are going to come back, man. It says, even though now there are as many people of Israel as there are grain of sand by the sea, only a few will come back. Destruction is in store for the people, and it is fully deserved. What's coming is going to be fully deserved, man. Yes, throughout the whole country, the sovereign Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua Almighty will bring destruction as he said. Slakia, let me slow down. Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua will bring destruction as he said he would. And that's what we want in our people, man. The Lord said he's going to bring this destruction, and it's coming, man. There's no turning back from what the Lord is going to bring upon the earth, man. You're not going to be able to talk the Lord down, man. And this place is circling the drain, man. Fast, man. Fast. And I just speaking as a man, I believe they're gonna have to go ahead and strike Iran to distract the people from the economy crashing. So we headed into these times, man, that we've been prophesying about. We can see through the spirit and power of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. We here, man. There's no turning back. And that's why you need to continue to get in these scriptures, man. Being built up in the faith of the Lord, man, because these times nobody can prepare you for, only Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. You ain't gonna be able to run to a brother or your mama. You're gonna have to lean on the faith of the Lord that you've been blessed to have, man. That's the point, man, of these lessons. This is Ezekiel 20 and verse 38. It says, and I will purge out from among you the rebels and them that transgressed against me. I will bring them forth out of the country where they sojourn, and they shall not enter into the land of Israel. See, 2/3 are going to be purged, man. They're the ones that are going to be sifted in that sieve. And ye shall know that I am Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. So we telling you through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. If you're not a part of the elect, you're not going to make it, man. You're going to receive death by pain. You're not going to make it. As for you, O house of Israel, thus saith Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, power, go ye, serve ye every one his idol. And hereafter also, if ye will not hearken unto me, but pollute ye my holy name no more with your gifts and with your idols. For in my holy mountain, the heights of Israel, said Yahweh Bashem Yahushua power, there shall all the house of Israel, all of them in the land, serve me. And when you come into the kingdom of heaven, you're going to serve the Lord, man. If you didn't believe him on the side, you thought his name was Jesus, and you called him Buddha, and you called him Allah, you're going to truly serve the Lord in the land of Israel, man. We'll be back in our land. There will I accept them, and there will I require your offering. See, in the kingdom of heaven, that's when you're going to be right in your right mind, man, after you're destroyed, man. It says, require your offerings and the first fruits of your oblation with all your holy things. I will accept you with your sweet savor when I bring you out from the people and gather you out of the countries wherein ye have been scattered. See that? We're going to return back to our land, man. And the Lord is going to save us on this side. Not with ships going to the UN. I heard a guy Reno TV or something talking about the UN is going to send all the so-called blacks, Hispanic, and Native Americans back to our land. No, it's going to happen with what they call UFOs. The Lord is going to save us with what they call UFOs, and we know them as the chariots of the Most High, man. See, following people just because they call themselves an Israelite, they might bring good lessons, they might speak eloquently. This is all spiritual, man. The spirit of the Lord has to be in you to bring these lessons out for the people to understand clearly. There's no other way around the scriptures, man. And we, believe through faith, from the apostles, elders, great millstone on down, that we teach, and the brothers that teach the same likewise doctrine, believe that we are the true prophets of the Lord, because we telling you just straight up, man. We're not giving you a what if, or what about this, what about that. No, we're gonna tell you straight up, man. The Lord is gonna save the children of Israel with what they call UFOs, man. The chariots of the Most High, man. And 2/3 of our people are gonna be destroyed on this side. And we're telling you to get prepared through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua by building up your faith in the Lord, man. This is where the salvation is. You can't follow the law, statutes, commandments and be saved, because it's impossible to be completely to follow the law, statutes, commandments perfect here in Babylon the Great, especially in this sinful flesh. And see, IUIC pushes the law, and not knowing that if we could follow the law perfectly, why would we need Yahweh Shai, man? See, we have to understand that the connection is with Yahweh Shai, man. He was born to be our Savior. His name is his name is salvation, man. That's his anointment, like the Apostle Gabar always say. Names have nomen omens, man. Name predictions. Let me continue on, man. Verse 41 again, it says, I will accept you with your sweet Savior when I bring you out from the people and gather you out of the countries wherein you have been scattered, and I will be sanctified in you before the heathen. See that? The Lord's going to be sanctified in us before the heathen, man. And we're making it plain and clear for you to understand it, man. The power rests in Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua. And ye shall know that I am Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua when I shall bring you into the land of Israel. See that? We're going into the kingdom of heaven, man. And this is very soon to come, man. Into the country for the which I lifted my hand to give it to your father. See that? The land has always been promised to us. And the Lord is still going to make good on his promise. And there shall ye remember your ways and all your doings wherein ye have been defiled. And ye shall loth yourselves in your own sight for all your evils that ye have committed. And ye shall know that I am Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua when I have wrought with you for my name's sake, not according to the wicked ways, not according to your wicked ways, nor according to your corrupt doings, O house of Israel, said Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, man. So the Lord is going to have mercy on the elect. And the 2/3 that are destroyed on this side, they're going to receive mercy when they return, man. And that's going to be through the elect. They're going to be babies to the elect, man. So this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding was given to us for us to be saved now. The Lord has woken us up to be saved. If you get this knowledge, wisdom, understanding, you believe in Yahweh Shai, the Lord bless you to have it to be saved. This is Zephaniah 3 and verse 8. It says, therefore wait ye upon me, said Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, to the day that I rise up to the prey. For my determination is to gather the nations. And see, all the nations are being gathered. This is prophecy being fulfilled, man. We know we are at the end. The Lord is gathering all the nations. And this right here is a clear indication that the Lord is gathering the nations, man. Putting economic strain on these nations, man. He says that I may assemble the kingdoms to pour upon them my indignation. See that the Lord is gathering all the nations for the controversy of Zion, man. And the Lord is going to pour his indignation on these nations, man. So you're seeing the beginning of the prophecy being fulfilled of the Lord gathering the nations to pour the indignation out on them, man. Even all my fierce anger, for all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy, man. And if you can't see it, we can't make you see it. This is spiritual, man. The Lord has to put these scriptures in you, your spirit, man, for you to see them and they resonate with you. Because if you in the world and then you trying to get in the scriptures, it's not going to mix, man. Can't serve two gods, man. You have to throw away the world, man. Put it away, because it's soon to be utterly wasted, man. Especially here in Babylon the Great, man, and all over the globe, man. Everyone is going to be touched with financial crises, man. This doesn't went across the whole globe, man. You ain't gonna be able to run and escape it, man. This is Psalm 79 and verse 76 and verse 6. At thy rebuke, O power of Jacob, both the chariots and horses are cast into a deep sleep. It says, I'm on 79. I'm sorry, I meant to get 79. 79 and verse 6, it says, pour out thy wrath upon the heathen that have not known thee, and upon the kingdoms that have not called upon thy name, man. And this is Babylon the Great, man. They have not called upon the name of the Lord. They have leaned on their own gods, and they have many, man. One more time, let me get another translation. It says, New Living Translation, it says, pour out your wrath on the nations that refuse to acknowledge you, on kingdoms that do not call upon your name. In this place, never acknowledge the Lord. They never acknowledge Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua. Turn your anger on the nations that do not worship you. And see, that's what you're finna see, man. The anger of the Lord turned up in this place, man. Judgment everywhere. On the people who do not pray to you. That's heavy, man. So the judgment is coming to everyone that doesn't pray to the Lord, man. Especially you blacks, Hispanic, and Native Americans, because you have access to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah. You just have to repent and throw this world away, man. Put this world away. Or however you want to say it, man. You got to come out of this place, man. Because it's finished. So Lord willing was edifying. Shalom.